Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. We are almost at the end of 2022 and at the start of a new year and a new beginning. So in this video, I just wanted to take some time to reflect on my learnings from 2022. The wins, the failures, and just some random rambly chit chat kind of stuff. This year has been a total ride. It marked my transition from being a shy introverted school kid to being a shy introverted college kid. I promise to change that in 2023. From being a day scholar all my life to becoming a hostler. For the first time in my life, not living with my parents and taking admission in BITS Pilani Goa campus. Everything feels surreal. So, 2022 started with the exam season. In January and February, our pre-boards were going on in school, which was, to be honest, not very hectic. Like, we did have to study for them, but it was not as hectic as what was about to come next. So, as the days and months passed by, with all of these new upcoming exams that were about to come, like the board exams and then JEE mains and BITSAT, and I guess that's all. Yeah, so plus JEE Advanced as well, and like 1-2 random exams from here and there. With all of these exams, this year has been quite a lot of studies. Didn't excel in those exams, that's a different story, but at least from my side, I gave kind of my 100% in those exams. No regrets, so to say. Board exams were kind of easy. I used to study for, I guess, not more than 4 hours a day and still managed to score, I guess, around 98.2% something. Not a flex or something, but CBSE board exams are like pretty easy. But then, as confident as I was after taking all of my board exams, JEE mains was around the corner, which was enough to give me somewhat of a reality check. I tried my best to like ace and crack that exam, but to be honest, like most of my mehnat was in the last final days of the exam. I lacked that consistency that's required to ace this JEE exam, which got me around 22,000 All India rank in JEE mains and somewhat around 21,000 in JEE Advanced. By the way, I didn't attend like any coaching or stuff, so that was like all self-study. But then with such a great performance in this JEE mains and JEE Advanced, I was not expecting to get into a very great college. So BITSAT was kind of like my last hopes at that time. So again, I started preparing like day and night for this BITSAT exam. I still didn't ace that exam. I scored 259 out of 390, which I won't consider a very decent score. It's fine, but yeah, so that's how like I got into BITS Pilani and stuff. I did sit for some other university entrance exams as well, like the CUET, Common University Entrance Test. And that's all. Like, I didn't sit for VIT, EEE or SRM or something, and I do wonder where else would I have taken admission if not for BITS Pilani. But then things kind of fell in place and I got to this BITS Pilani Goa campus, and it's been 2.5 months since I came here, and the experience since then has been amazing. Like, it's not all ups and ups, there are some downs as well, but for the most part, the experience had been amazing. And between all of this entrance exams and getting into college stuff, I also started my YouTube channel, which of course is where I'm making this video right now. But YouTube has also been like something of a ride itself. I've learned so much thanks to this YouTube thing that I couldn't have learned otherwise, and there's still a lot to learn. So that kind of sometimes blows away my mind, the power of doing something that doesn't seem like it's that big, but again, like the learnings that you get from it are immensely valuable, and the skills that you build, like the soft skills and stuff, could potentially be life-changing. Like, it hasn't changed my life as of yet, but who knows, potentially. And 2022 is also there when I met the most number of people, I guess, ever in my life. Maybe not ever in my life, but yeah, like I met more people in this year than like the past 3 or 4 years combined. Maybe that's because I was at home for the past 3 years, but then again, I did meet like a lot of people in this year, thanks to the COVID restrictions being removed this year and the starting of offline college and stuff. Apart from that, I also learned like a lot about talking with people in general, like having a conversation with them. How do you start a conversation with some random stranger and stuff? All of these learnings and stuff like that, which, as scary it has been for a person like me, and it still scares everything out of me. But again, I just sometimes feel grateful to have this opportunity to be able to do all of this stuff. The next big set of learnings in my life in 2022 actually came from books that I read outside of my course curriculum. So here are a few books that I read this year, and I read around, I guess, 10 to 12 books this year, and I've had some of the most mind-boggling insights from that. Insights that kept me awake at night and thinking about stuff. And I feel like my mind has gone to thinking more clearly about stuff and all. Maybe just because I'm growing up and still in my growing up years. But I just like to attribute this to the books that I've read. I just like it that way. Anyway, the next set of learnings or life lessons and stuff actually came from the people around me. My friends and family members and anyone who's been a part of my environment and directly or indirectly somehow influenced my life. I have learned a lot from those people and that group as well. So when I came to BITS, I met people with very diverse backgrounds. So that just blew away my mind for a second. With all of this kind of exposure around, I was kind of baffled for some days. I still am, but I'm trying to process all of this information and the fact that people could have so different opinions on the same stuff and still not get into a conflict and that kind of things. So that is just a really wonderful thing to think about. And finally, the last thing that impacted my life in the biggest way in 2022 was the experience of moving out of my home and getting into a hostel. I'm recording this video from my hostel room right now. And this hostel experience of the past 2.5 months has been an experience of its own. I cannot just confide the whole things into words. Although, still help from my home is a phone call away. But the fact that I'm very far away from my home right now, that means that now I've got to be a lot more responsible than before. There is a lot more freedom than before. But at the same time, there are a lot more responsibilities as well. Responsibilities of course, of my own, not something else. But again, I am myself a big responsibility that I have to handle now myself. And it's kind of funny when I think about it in that way. So yeah, these have kind of been all of the lessons that I've learned in this year 2022. And at the same time, I'm also grateful to each and every one of you that has been a part of my journey directly or indirectly in this year 2022, and looking forward to an even better 2023. So how has your experience of 2022 been like? Let me know in the comment section down below. And that was it for today. Thanks for watching and a happy new year to everyone.